Lebanese Ether, Freestyle Drive, episode 7.
Yeah.
Got my brother, Bjorn Majestik, in the car. Man? What's going on, brother?
Chilling, man. Chilling. Really excited, bro. Really excited.
Driving around the city and all that.
Yeah. You know what's crazy, man, is driving, you coming around here, we like close to the Heights right now. We in the Heights, bro.
Yeah, we are, yeah.
Like, I remember back in the day, man, when I used to be an Israelite, yo.
You did?
Yeah, a long time ago, back in the day.
I had no idea,
man. Yeah, back in the day, like. But you know what I'm saying? I met a lot of great.
So you used to be like in the streets preaching and all that?
Yeah, B. Like that's the reason why in the park I don't mind spinning.
They had light-skinned Israelites?
Yeah, you know the tribe of Ephraim, you know what I mean? Like
okay.
Puerto Ricans, whatever. But
cool. So they did accept Puerto Rican.
But yeah, of course, it's not like what you think. It's not. The school I was with at the time. It wasn't like preaching all that any of that hate stuff. It was more about just trying to edify people.
Understood.
But me, I just couldn't follow, so I ended up leaving. But the reason why I bring that up is because all the brothers I met, they was from around here, so I'm getting flashbacks now. Like,
okay, cool.
Yeah, just chilling.
Good flashbacks.
Yeah, it's good one, man. Just chilling, yo.
Yeah, I thought maybe flashbacks like shouting dudes, people in the street, getting shouted at again. That's the experience thing. I mean, I see them in like 42nd Street.
Yeah.
Like, some of the things I hear is like I can agree with, but sometimes I feel like it goes too much sometimes.
Yeah, but I mean, I'll be real with you, like when it comes to religion, I'm not religious at all anymore. But like my whole thing is that I look at me personally, I look at the Bible as it's an interesting book. It's a book that was, if you read it from a literal, from a literary sense, where you do take it word for word, whether it's the Old and the New Testament, it really was meant for just one manner of people. Whoever that manner of people is, we cannot put a name on it in this day and time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But at least that's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of the stuff, what they were preaching or what they would say, you know what I'm saying, was following a lot of old laws.
Okay.
Which, if you read the Bible, you know what I mean, like if you look at what Jesus saying and stuff like that, not to get all crazy on y'all, but like. Like I said, no, it's true. I'm not religious, but like I keep a lot of this in the head because sometimes you gotta have conversations with people and stuff.
No doubt.
Like but like even Jesus said, like he always said, like I don't come to do away with the law, with my Father's word. So if His Father's word was all across the Old Testament, why you got churches or little like pastors and preachers telling you, oh, don't worry, you don't gotta do all that because Jesus died for your sin. So that's the reason why I don't follow nothing no more, because it's always a story of wait, well, you saying I can do this, but I can't do that, and it don't matter who it is. I ain't even, what I mean? So I was just like, I can't do it. I look at spirituality like love, man. Like I feel like everybody in their human nature, at the very core, no matter what you believe in, the reason why you seek out faith is because we all want that unconditional love that we know we can't get from another human being. Because even though like you might have the best dad and moms in the world. You know what I'm saying? I didn't, no disrespect to them. Like me and them cool now, but growing up, I didn't have it all like that. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't have that understanding of what it is to love your parents because it wasn't there, that example. So like for me, it's like, I feel like as a human, whether you have good parents or whether you have bad parents, you already know that it's a human makeup for someone to fail on you at some point. You know what I mean? So like I feel like that love, you know what I mean? So that's why unconditional love exists. Like I think that's why people seek religion. Did you
feel like the Israelite was like a sort of a family where you was?
It was dope. I got nothing bad to say about like my experience with them.
Cool.
It was dope, yo. We were all chill. I met a lot of great people. You know what I'm saying? I'm still friends with some of the brothers. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like I look at it like that's why I said like I've had other religious experiences too. You know what I mean? Like my mother. You know what I'm saying? She growing up with her. Like y'all know if you remember that movie, The Mummy. When the mummy comes up and that one dude had every symbol of religion trying to like save his soul. Like you know what I mean? Like I ain't gonna lie, that was my mom's like not to put on Front Street, but it's the truth. Like that's how I grew up seeing that. So I got pulled through the ringer of all that. I think me just doing the Israelite thing was just really on my own. And the one thing I take away from it is that it allowed me to read the scriptures. And so when I talk to like a pastor or priest, when they try to school me, I talk to them like, nah, B, you can't tell me all that. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
So I mean, speaking of the Israelite, was you MCing around before you became an Israelite?
Yeah, way before that. The thing was, actually, what also brought me to that was, and this is weird because I know for some people, everybody pictures Israelites to be like, oh, they hate white people, da da da. But like my best friend and my brother was murdered in '98. In February, and his name was Russell, you know what I'm saying? May rest in peace.
Rest in peace,
You know what I'm saying? So like when he died, I was already spitting. I had already been freestyling with my friends.
How old were you?
I was what? He died in 98. I was 19 going on 20.
Before we get into that, you from Brooklyn originally?
No, I'm from New York. I always say New York, and I'm going to tell you why. Because, like, my mom's and my dad, whether it's because of whoever's hardships or whatever, we moved around a lot. So I was born in Manhattan, but we had an apartment up on 98th and Madison. Then we moved out to Brooklyn. We was by Bay Parkway for like about a few years. What was dope is that, like, Bay Parkway, when we lived out there, that was the only time I had a childhood for like about 6 months.
Stability, like the
stability? Yeah, because it was in a building full of other kids, and I had somewhere to escape to, you know what I'm saying? Because my mom and dad was always fighting. So, like, that's why, like I say, I rep New York, because we moved around a lot. I'm currently in Brooklyn, though, so shout out to Bushwick.
That's what I was asking. That's what I was asking. So, you started MCing?
I started MCing back in 96. Like around 95, actually like 95, 96. When it was just being with friends, just hanging out, having fun, you know what I mean? And the thing was, up until then, I used to write poems in school. Or like not that my school people knew about that, it's just that, like, growing up, like I said, like, my dad, me and him, we all right now, but like growing up, he wasn't exactly all there mentally and physically, he wasn't the best either. You know what I'm saying? And, like, there was plenty of nights that I would be witnessing him fighting my moms, and I'm not talking about verbally, I'm talking about, like, I remember one night he put a face through a window, you know what I'm saying? Like, so like I grew up with a lot of that. So then when we left my pops. My mom's left my pops like in 88. So in 88, that's when we was living in Ridgewood. I'll never forget, it was 1833 Decatur. I'm not gonna lie, I went there, I passed by with my cousin one time randomly, and I was on the block, and I was like, yo, son, that was the last place that we all lived together and shit. And then, like, my mom's, when we left, my mom, and I hope she don't see this, I know she's gonna think I'm wrong for this, but it's the truth. I have to be honest about who I am, because what they are made me, you know what I'm saying? So, like, my mom's, though, was more like the emotional kind of, like, fuck with me type shit. So even though my dad was beating my ass for no reason, because he'd be mad at my mom's, like, my mom's would be the one with the you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so I grew up with a lot of that, man. So, an outlet for me was always TV, because the way they raised me was, they just kind of left me in front of the television. You know what I mean? That's how I came up. So, even my grandfather, man, I love him to death. But when I was in the house, all I did was watch TV. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's anybody's fault particularly, because my fat ass could have got up, went to the park. But the truth of the matter was, at the time, my mom didn't even want me to leave the house. My mom beat my ass one time just for going to the park.
It was worried about you?
Yeah, because I wanted to play games. I just wanted to play. Like, and instead of seeing me be like, all right, he's okay, she beat my ass because I went to the park to play.
Like, protect
yeah, she was mad overprotective. Okay. So I had nothing to do but play video games and watch TV. So, like, that was my outlet. So music, regardless of whatever I went through, my aunts, even though they all got their own little beef, and that to this day, that part of the family, like, regardless, I've always been surrounded by music. You know what I mean? Like, when I would go visit my dad, or even when I was living with my dad, he always he came up in the 50s, 60s, obviously. So, like, for him, all I ever heard was like oldies music.
He's from New York?
Yeah, he's from New York. My dad from Harlem. You know what I'm saying? He's Harlem. You know what I mean? So, like, he always grew up listening to, like, that kind of stuff. So me coming up, he's the one that put me onto Motown, and he's the one that put me onto, like, doo-wop and R&B, and like a lot of the early influences, man. A lot of soul. Like, I really learned a lot of soul from my dad, whether he knows it or not. Like, I did, because of everything that he would listen to, I guess, to calm him. Because my dad, like I said, my dad came up in the street. You know what I'm saying? So for him back then, all that, like, soul, you know what I mean? Exactly. Like, he grew up with that. Like, he absorbed that. So he, like, that's what he does. So I listen to it. You know what I mean? So then now my mom's and my mom's sisters, they when they get together, they listen to all the, like, the classic rock, what we consider classic rock now. Like Carpenters and, like, Bob Dylan, or like, Saturday Night Fever soundtrack, shit like that. A lot of Spanish music in the crib. So, like, I regardless of all the pain, I always had music. I always had TV. So I don't know, for some reason that kind of just for me, it was nothing to want to be expressive to get this pain out.
So you just started writing poetry?
Yeah, when I was little, I would just put things together and shit. And I still remember, like, the first time I actually tried to write a rhyme, though, I was in 8th grade. And I remember, what's funny is it was back in the day when Cool DJ Red Alert used to be on 98.7 Kiss FM. You know what I'm saying? He used to have the when he would come on. And then I remember I'd write like 5 to the 4 to the 3 to the, you know, some stupid shit. He's in 8th grade, bro, you know what I mean? Like, you know, stupid shit, man. And then like, but I never really took it seriously till about 96. Cause like, you know, about 95, 96 is that me and my boy at the time, his name was Jerry. He used to rap all the time when he became part of the crew. You know what I'm saying? Cause me and my man Russ, no, this is the part where I ramble, so forgive me if you had this out.
No, it's all good.
But like, no, but I have to. But if you gotta know how I became an MC, I gotta know.
That's what you're here for. I want to know.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, yo, like, you know, but like my brother Russ, man, once again, rest in peace. When my brother Russ, we met in junior high. Okay. So like, you know, in 8th grade, once it came to 8th, 9th grade, yo, it was a wrap. Me and him, I used to go by the crib. I used to get. At the time we used to drink St. Ives and shit.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Hey, yo, I'm telling y'all right now. Y'all don't know, you don't know New York, yo. You don't know New York until you was like 16, 15, and no matter of fact, we had 15, 16 in New York in the 90s getting away buying fucking 40s.
I was on a roof in Brooklyn. My boy Kishon used to bring the St. Ives.
Exactly,
He's gonna watch it. I'm talking about. He gonna remember this shit.
Hell yeah, son. What up, C? St. Ives, bro. Private stock, fucking OE. Yo, when I was in junior high school, I went to Wagner Junior High. Yo, shout out to all the Wagner heads. Yo, when I went to junior high, man, I forgot who it was with, but I remember we was drinking always with kiwi strawberry with the snap. We used to put that bitch in there. Yo, that's what we was doing back then. So exactly. That's how we started off, just hanging. So we developed like a group of, we just ended up becoming brothers, and then from there, like his brothers became my brothers. So we all was a crew. We was real crew back then. So one of the people that ended up coming into the crew at that time was my boy Jerry. And he was already rapping.
He was taking more serious. Like he was more. He was. I mean, he was.
Nah, it was just more like that cypher shit. Like when you with your people.
Yeah.
And you know, and because of him rapping, and me, you know, it was like it just clicked. And it's like, yo, next thing I know, I was practicing freestyling, and all because of him. Like, you know, because I didn't want to just listen to him. I wanted to be involved.
Gotcha. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then it was like I didn't actually write my very first verse until late in '96, and it was these 2 verses. You know, I did my very first and second. These 2 verses, and but that was before I started to try to freestyle, because when I tried to freestyle, it was garbage. So I would try to write and do that. My cousin Kevin, my cousin AK, cousin AK.
Well, he tells you something.
You know what I mean? Word. You know what I'm saying? Nah, but the reason why I got into freestyling is because of him. Because one night I was on the F train. I was that dude that, like, I was the kid in the group, me and my peoples, that always had a radio. Back then I had a little Panasonic 1-tape player joint, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They used to sell it at the Wiz for like $70, you know what I'm saying? So like, yo, and this shit was banging.
Did you actually buy it from the Wiz?
Hell yeah, I bought it from the Wiz, bro. 86 and 3rd, B.
No doubt.
Right there in Manhattan, B. Like, yo, like, and then, what is it? So I used to walk around with that shit.
The youngins don't know
They don't know about the
shit,
Wiz,
you know
bro. It's all good. Let's just say, like, it was a Target or some shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Back then.
Yeah.
It's like if you went to Target and bought a little radio, like, hey, Mom, look, can I get this plan?
Radio,
you know
what is that?
I know,
radio,
what's a radio word, right? I was showing my age. What's a tape player, though?
We ain't that old, yo, shit. Yeah.
Nah, but like, real talk. So I used to walk around with my radio and shit and play music. So I used to blast it on the train. So this cop walked through on the F train, and he was like, yo, you gotta turn it down. I said, all right, whatever. I turned it down. And then he walked off. So, like, obviously, I'm young. I'm like, fuck him. I put it back up when he leaves.
Exactly.
Right? So, I remember I was listening to the Fugees tape, the
That's
score.
what I was going to ask you. So, you listened to the score. All right.
Fugees, the score, right? I'll never forget it. I'm bumping that shit. Everybody, yo, it was just me. My cousin was in front of me. He was sitting with, like, these 2 chicks, I think. I don't remember. But, like, yo, I remember it was just us. The cop comes back. As soon as he comes back, he, like, at the time, though, I know I'm from cops with assholes, but like, they was, I don't know, it was something a little bit different, you know what I mean? Like, he just kind of looked at me. When he looked at me, I was like, all right, cool, I turned it down. I was like, I'm not going to start no bullshit.
Yeah.
Right? So he turned it down, my cousin come out his face, and he's like, yo, fuck it, B, we can't play the music, yo, what's up with some rhymes? He ain't say bars, nobody was saying bars back then. So he's like, yo, you know, what's up with some rhymes? And then, yo, as soon as he said that shit, yo, you want to talk about embarrassment? Some dude next to me, which I wish to this day I even asked him his name, but I was so embarrassed I totally blanked him out of my memory. Some dude next to me, he jumps up, he's like, oh, word? Like, I'm on this side, so forgive me if I look this way.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh, word? You rhyme? What's good, B? Let's have a cypher.
Oh, shit.
I was like, I couldn't remember nothing of my writtens. So I attempted to freestyle, and yo, when I say that utter trash came out of my mouth, that like people on the train looked at me like, what the fuck are you doing?
Okay.
Like, why are you doing this? You need to get your punk ass home and do your homework, because you shouldn't be rapping. Like, that's how people were looking at me. I went home that night, bro, and I swear to you, and at the time, when I say that I really, really, really wanted this, and this is who I was, this is who I wanted to be, like, yo, I went home, I looked at because I had a little DJ set, because, like, my cousin AK, I love you, bro, he was my influence with all this hip-hop shit, because he was a DJ in Queens, you know what I'm saying? So I had my little DJ wannabe set, because I want to be like him, you know what I mean? I remember I looked at that shit, and I said, yo, I promised on my soul, I was like, I am never, ever gonna be looked at like that again. Never.
So that kind of motivated.
Hell yeah. I was like, nah, B. I went home that night, and then ever since then, I would be at the crib, just smoking every day at the crib, and just spitting. Like, it didn't even matter what it was. I was just, just boom, boom, boom. It was really just about trying to get, because the thing was, when I started, I couldn't get my conversation right. Because I look at freestyling like conversing. Like me and you, we in this car right now. I'm not planning my dialogue, you know what I mean? Nothing's planned. Nothing you're gonna ask me is planned. Maybe you might have some predetermined questions, but however this goes, nothing's planned.
True.
And when conversation flows, when you're conversing, there's a flow to every conversation you have. So when I started freestyling, I realized I'm not conversing because there was no flow. That's why I'm always stuttering like that. I was too like, yo, how come why is my brain not working? So boom, when I started, it was just every day. I would just be like, just go. I would just say whatever. I mean, I said the most horrible shit, garbage shit, but it was all just trying to get my brain into that pattern of, trying to do it. And then from there, I remember I used to like, I still have some at the crib, man. It was just as to further practice, I would record myself on cassettes and call them flow tapes.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, I remember that shit. My goal was to get to like 100. I got to like 25.
So at that time, because you go by the name Bjorn Majestik now. Yeah. Before that, you was going by Majestic Originality.
No, but here's the thing.
Before that,
when I was young, I had no name. Even during that time, I still had no name. Who gave me a name was actually a friend of mine named Jimmy, who I still know to this day. So yo, shout out to Bronx Saint. You can look him up on Vine, y'all. Bronx Saint. Like yo, my boy Jimmy, because of my boy Efren, who's also an MC. He goes by Pyro the Arsonist. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Pyro. Like yo, we was all chilling. We was in high school. So I went up to meet up with them by Chelsea Projects because Pyro come from Chelsea Projects. So yo, I went out to go chill with them, so I would chill with him and his cousin. And him and his cousin, they had their own little like rap thing going on. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And I remember his cousin like, "What's your name?" And I was like, "Well, I don't have one." And I tell you the truth, the reason why I never gave myself one is because like we come up from an era where I'm not giving myself a name. That's some sucker shit. Like I don't, you know what I mean? Streets told me I don't give myself a name. Streets gotta give me a name. So like so my Jimmy was just like, "Yo, you should call yourself Majestic." And I was like, "Well, what's that mean?" He's like, "It just means big." Because I was a fat fuck, you know what I mean? So he was like, "It means big." I was like, "I'll think about it." So I went home. Once again, one of those going home where my mind starts, contemplating. I go home and I look up the definition for Majestic and I see that it means something of a grand stature, something basically that's beautiful, that's breathtaking, you know what I mean? And I was like, yo, not for nothing, because of my shit life, I've never appeared like this to anyone. Okay. So hell yeah, I'm gonna take this name and I want to look that good, you know what I mean? Like, why can't I be Majestic? So I was Majestic until the internet.
So just Majestic alone?
That's it.
Okay.
Just Majestic. I just film with my friends. That's it. And then like, yo, back in 2000, what was it, 2000? Yeah, like around, wait, you asked me before Israelite. Bye. So before going, that's how, so I was definitely an MC already up until 98 when my man got killed, because in December of that year is when I started seeking that unconditional love I was talking about. Because even though my family was there for me, and even though, I was with my daughter's mother at the time, nobody really could console the loss that I had. So, and
was your best friend.
Yeah, he's my brother. Even though we don't have the same blood, he's my brother. You know what I mean? Like he's the one that when I was a teenager and I was going through all my subconscious, self-pity because of how I came up. Because you could just imagine if I come up with all this hate in the house and I'm treated like shit, how you think it makes me feel about myself? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it was because of him that he actually got me out of like being made fun of, because he would make fun of me. Because he would be like, "Yo, bro, I love you, Like I'm your brother. If I'm joking with you, so I'm gonna make you. I'm fucking with you, and you're gonna laugh. I'm gonna get you out this shit. And he did. You know what I mean? So when he got taken from me, bro, that shit killed me, man. It was on the night of my daughter's baby shower too. Not my daughter, my daughter's mother. Well, obviously, my daughter's in the movie.
Yeah,
but yeah, 98 on February. We had the baby shower on February 7th, 1998, and in the middle of the night on February 8th, he went to a party. With my other boy Jerry, like I said at the time, my boy Jerry was at a party, and it was at his girlfriend's house at the time. Whoever this chick that was at his girl's house, excuse me, he was at his girl's house having a party. They invited my mans, and they invited a few other people, and unfortunately these dudes came in that were uninvited but kind of made their way in, and they kind of hung around and they wouldn't leave. So when they wouldn't leave, for whatever reason, my mans had his knife on him that night, and when they got into the fight with them, he got killed with his own shit. But he went out, but he went out like a fighter though, cause like my mom's his mom's, I call her my mom. So like my mom's told me like, I'll never forget when she told me how like the detectives told her like, look, I want you to know like he has wounds of somebody that was fighting it off. Like he was just fighting. So but he got and they got
So that was
yeah, that shit.
That was a big change. I mean, that was man.
No, that was a big change. Like, he's my big bro at the time, and like,
no.
And when you come up, like when you come up with people that you finally learn it, as a teenager in such a way that you finally latch on to somebody like, oh shit, this is what love is supposed to be like in a family sense or in a friend sense. And then that person's taken from you. Like he was the only one out the whole crew that was like, yo, I hope we grow old. Like, I hope this is the nigga like I'm like, yo, my G, like, yo, I had like when my third child's born, I'm like, yo, son, you gotta be here, you know what I mean? And when he got taken, it was that night, and I'll never forget like that next day when his mom's called me, she told me what happened. I still couldn't believe it. It took me dead ass. It took me like 5 years to get over that shit. Like it took me a long time. Like even one of my best friends right now, one of my closest friends right now, Marcus. And I remember a while back, he just looked at me one time. He's like, "Yo, bro, you gotta stop hurting yourself about this shit." You know what I mean? I was like, "You're right." So I was like, ever since then, I've been alright, but like, all of that brought me into who I am as an MC.
So you started going by Majestik.
Yeah, Majestik. My bad, I told you I ramble, bro.
Nah, bro. This turned into a therapeutic session in some ways. I hope
No doubt. But
I appreciate you opening up.
Of course, I do it in my music.
I know it's not easy. I know you do it in your music.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't hide for nobody. You know what I mean? So like when I got into the Israelite thing, I had stopped spitting. So I was trying to write bars at the time.
Did you stop spitting because you thought it didn't fit with the religion aspect?
It's just that my boy was gone. I had no life after that. Like everything about me, like Jason, whoever Jason was before Russ died, even to this day that Jason don't exist no more. And I remember the moment that Jason died, bro. And it was the moment that I stayed up long enough that after he got killed, I had stayed up so many hours because I did not want to go to sleep because I knew when I woke up it was gonna be real. He not there. So that was when I died. That moment I went to sleep because when I woke up that next day, I was done. Like I wasn't the same no more. You know what I mean? So that's why like that year, I couldn't even rap. Nothing happened, And since my boy Jerry was there, a lot of hate from other people was towards him because they kind of looked at it like maybe it's his fault. Because he ended up getting thrown out the crib, and when my boy was getting tussled up, and so it was just a lot of bullshit going on. So obviously I'm not gonna spit like I got no urge to rap, you know what I mean? And instead, but I still was listening. Like Pun came out, you know what I mean? And there was still a lot of dope music in the 90s. Obviously, I still come up from that era, and then just being when I was in the Israelite thing though, like. I would write a couple bars every now and then, but nothing really thing. But when I finally left, that's when it's funny is how things work. When I finally left, my cousin AK was actually getting ready to go in to federal.
Okay.
Because he got knocked on some drug shit. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So
that's your cousin, right?
Yeah, my cousin. My blood. Like he's like my big brother. Family, like blood wise, he's my blood big brother. That's how I look at him. You know what I'm saying? So. He was getting ready to go in. So I was spending all the time I could with him. So one night, he calls me up. He's like this. He's like, yo, He's like, yo, B, if I bring you around some of my peoples, I want you to spit for them. You cool for that? And you know, not for nothing, I would have said no to anyone.
He knew you had skills.
Yeah. Like he believed in me. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because by that point, I was already freestyling my ass off. Like it was, you could just imagine if I was in the crib practicing everything, it was already by then it was a rap. So he called me up and he's like, yo, B, let's go. I want to take you to the spot. I mean, no, excuse me. I'm going to take you to meet my friends. I was like, all right, cool, pick me up. I'm nervous as fuck. I'm not going to tell my cousin no because at the time, since he really had that big brother influence over me, it was like, I don't want to be a sucker. You know what I mean? So it was like, yo, all right,
let's do it, yeah.
Let's do it. So, yeah, I'm taking a sip, y'all.
Nah, it's all good.
I don't get no sponsorships, so I'm covering their face. But, so, yo, but he tricked me, though, because he brings me out to Williamsburg. This is before Williamsburg got gentrified, by the way. You know what I'm saying? This is old school Williamsburg, you know, Brooklyn. Shout out to old school BK.
Definitely.
And,
big shout out to old school BK.
It's gone. Yeah. It's not there no more at all. But, you know, he took me out to this spot called Black Betty, which used to be on North 7 and Harriman. Like, the location's still there, but the name is no longer there, whatever happened. So, he brings me into the spot, and I hear live music. There's people at the bar, you know. We come in, we turn this little opening area to the next room. They got the band, and I see these two people, this guy and this girl, and this other guy rapping. And I'm like, oh, this shit is dope. But I look at my cousin, and I'm like, yo, where we supposed to reach the peoples at, though?
You mean tell me it was like this?
Like, yo, now I'm like, yo, for real. Yo, I didn't even get to that point because it still ain't hitting me. Like, what? And then as soon as I say that, he's like, yo, they right there, just asking for the mic.
Oh,
I was like, what?
Shit.
I was like, what? Yo. I've never performed in front of nobody. Yeah. I was just spitting on the block, like, you know what I mean? Just hanging out with friends.
And boys and all
That's
that.
it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo. And I was like, you know, and it ended up being Jen Dog. Shout out to Jen Dog, Lone Wolf. Shout out, I love you, sis. And her brother Baz Ill, shout out to the bro, love y'all. They the first ones that handed me a mic ever in my life, and because I went up to Baz and I was like, can I get in? Like I remember I was like, I was weird like when I asked because I remember feeling awkward about it, and he was like, and Baz is the type, yo, he still to this day he was like, man, go ahead, man, like that. So he was like, yo, yeah, I got you. So next thing I know, they passed me the mic, bro, and when I tell you, B, that it looked like I was jerking off an imaginary dick because I was so nervous. I don't give a fuck how plausible that sounds. I'm telling y'all the truth. I had the fucking microphone in my hand. There's like 5 people looking at me in this place. I'm spitting and my whole arm is doing this. The whole time, because I'm scared.
Oh, shit.
The whole fucking time, bro. I'm just like...
That gotta be a scene in the movie.
Yo, I'm dead ass. If a motherfucker wanted to make a movie about it, dude, yo, I'm telling you, that shit gotta be in there. Because, yo, I'll never forget it. Because because when I freestyle, my brain, the way it works is, I'm like, it's like Deadpool in Fourth Dimension. You know what I mean? Like, I'm talking to myself while I'm rapping. So in my head, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, stop it.
You think
bro.
Like in the back, you think it's
I'm like, stop it already. But I went in, man, yo, but when I stopped, I'll never forget it though. But when I stopped and I was finished, the whole spot went crazy. And everybody was like, oh.
No. Nobody noticed that
yo,
shit.
I guess not. You know what I mean? Like,
you're sitting there,
you know what I mean? But it's just like, I was so overwhelmed by the response that I actually, from that day on, I went every Monday back to Black Betty.
So it was like an open mic type of situation?
Yeah, it was like
your first open mic.
Yeah, that was the first thing, and I didn't know that. You know what I mean? And I would just go. I went back every Monday. I went back so much that myself, along with Jen Dog, Basil, and Black Pearl, DJ Black Pearl. Shout out to Black Pearl. Like well, they did it. I just happened to be tagging along.
Okay.
We actually would host this thing called Iron Lung Mondays, and it was at 66 North 6, which I think used to be also known as Public Assembly.
Okay.
But we were there before it was ever known as Public Assembly. When I became Majestic Originality, that was because of the internet. And the reason why I say that is because here I am being Majestic. I'm running around Brooklyn, making, freestyling, running with people.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make a little name for myself.
Exactly.
I hit the internet, all of a sudden, that's when my reality hits. I'm not the only Majestic in the world.
A lot of Majestics. We're using the name.
Exactly.
I mean, that's how it is. I mean,
so I was like, well, what do I do? I was like, fuck. I was like, I'm not going to change my name.
I got you, yeah.
So I was like, I'll add on to it. So because everybody used to always be like, yo, for some reason when you spit, like, yo, you don't really got no particular style of a certain rapper or a certain MC. So to them, to some folks, they would look at me like I always sound original. So I was like, since I'm always freestyling, and when you freestyle, you're not writing, so it's a form of originality.
Of course it is.
So I was like, why not? Majestic originality. And so I went with that. But like I said, in '98, my daughter was born because we had the baby shower for my boy when he got killed that night. With my boy, excuse me. And then he got killed later that night. But that year, that following month in March, my daughter was actually born on the anniversary of Biggie's death. And even though I know I'm gonna sound crazy for this, but I remember this. I remember this clearly. I met my daughter's mother on or around the May 21st, which is Biggie's birthday, and that was back in like '97.
That shit was crazy.
You know what I mean? Yeah. We only went out for a couple of days, and then she, whatever. We linked up later on in the next year, but that's not important.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not trying to show you no love. I'm just trying to show y'all how I'm connected to hip hop, because I'm sorry that is bugged out to meet somebody around Biggie's birthday, and then my daughter's born. Oh, and then check this out.
That's true.
My daughter's born on his anniversary, right? And remember the Life After Death album? Yo, the song was I forgot when Somebody Got to Die, I think it is. Yeah. When he shot Jason holding his daughter. And that song came out before my kid was born. I was like, yo, all that shit fucked me up. That's the kind, just to show y'all, I know it's gonna sound crazy, but that's how I view things in the world. Like, I look at links. Like, I'm not saying I'm gonna get shot holding my kid because she 18 now. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that. You know what I mean?
You can look at it as it was hip hop.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's just weird to me, like how like things are connected, yo. It's just like, and that's how it came up. So
I'm gonna play one of your joints right now. No doubt, SoundCloud page. I want to play the Float On first.
Float On, yo, produced by my brother Eli Black.
Shout out Eli Black. He was on the show. We were speaking about him producing some music for you.
Yeah.
So he produces a lot of your music?
But he's going to, yeah.
Okay.
Black,
because y'all collaborate a lot.
Yeah, that's my brother, man. Yo, literally, when I look at Black, and I've told him this to his face, what's crazy is this once again, the links. It's gonna sound, y'all gonna think it's crazy, but Black hangs out on the same hill that I grew up on. You know what I mean? And that wasn't even planned, because he originally from Queens. And where he lives now in the city, he literally hangs out on the same hill where I came up with my brother.
Harlem.
Right there, yo, you know what I'm saying?
Barrio.
You know what I mean? Right there, my brother Russ. Like, so, and the way Black is how I was when I was running around Brooklyn. So, like, I love him, man. He's like my little brother, yo.
Both y'all together is dope. I'm gonna get into it.
Yeah, definitely, bro.
Float On by Bjorn Majestik, produced by Eli Black.
Hell yeah. Inconsistent like Peter Pan playing ping pong with a piston. Bushwick, Pliskin, snake robbers, pissing on your linens. So New York I'm living. Past when we Renaissance, till then past the pepper sauce. Hero with some meat and cheese, tomato with some dental floss. I'm married to my city. I'll be damned if we get divorced. At times there's a loss, but somebody gotta be. Word to my astronomy. Stars can't shine without biology. Never catching bodies that follow me. But the eyes of those gone are deep within a hollowed me. Serving memories open when I'm spacing. 80 tears left in coffins I start taking. Frame by frame, hopes of finding the best picture. Like yesterday when I was riding bikes with ya. Twisting bus at 15 on a bomb soon after. Only quick cause you were taking my heart shattered. But enough of the sad shit. I'ma floss like Brad Pitt. Keep writing my life cause damn it, it's a classic. Case of the bar flow when the bar goes off topic, but still trust that the bar knows how to make your tempo surely get impacted. When the hammer dropping, you best believe I am blasting. Shots of simple syrup for your dumbed down sweetness. Of course, I've been defeated by my own hands since a fetus. If you can't succeed with your own laws, you're a dumb fuck. Getting dumbstruck, cause your dumb luck got you dumb stuck. See, life gave me lemons and I turned it into acid. Tripping on some other shit, constantly a bastard. Fuck a stone through a glass house, I'm burning plastic. I'm the kid alone in the crib, left to theatrics. Of course I know I'm crazy, but it's y'all that's ass backwards. That's why I stay copping the eighth, pause on the backwards. Dope Atlantic MC best and play on all the panic. Rick and Morty a habit like David Blaine is to magic. Aim sharper than Katniss, Hunger Game when I'm rapping. Fapping to Jada Stevens, calling you that ass is mad thick, or so I'm told. Minus the masturbation, can't bait when the masses hating and catch me a masturbating. I'm seeing the masses placement. So I creep slowly before you say shit in the same pole, sitting in, listening to another version, winning and it's so sickening.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Let me get back to this sweet cone with keep sprinkled like cinnamon.
Pass me that shit, man.
I stumbled a bit, but I love that track, though.
Yeah, float Float on, that's dope, man.
Yo.
Now that
oh, son, yo, you know you just drove by right now?
Tell me.
When I was with El Grito de Poetas, man, right there, we did a for HIV awareness, we did a performance out there one time. Hell yeah, that's crazy. See, I told you to link up, bro.
Now after hearing some of your biography, now I understand the song even more.
Yeah.
The issues you was talking, you know,
definitely.
You was talking about some of the a lot of the personal stuff.
Of course, like yo, that's like, cause it's true. Like you know, when I say you know, I'm gonna start living like Brad Pitt. You know what I'm saying? Keep writing my life, cause damn it, it's a classic. It's like, you know what? I've been through a lot in my life, man. Like, you know, I'm that dude. Like, I was abused. I tried. I'm not gonna front. I tried to be a bully at one point. Okay. And when I forgot who I hurt. When I realized I hurt some kids physically, I was like, you know what? This ain't me. Like, this ain't really me. Like, I'm not this kind of person. So, you know, a lot of that coming up, man. I'm really glad that I wasn't that dude that stayed that way. You know what I mean? So I'm just more like, I like to be able to go to any hood and be cool with people. So, you know, like, that's why Float On is just me, just wanted to be like, yo, this is life, bro. Like, I've been through mad experiences. Like, this is just the beginning. You know what I mean? I'm working on the album Born Again Stoner, and which is true because I feel like a born again stoner. Everybody got their religion, I got my weed. So when I wrote Float On as well, it was like I wanted that to be like the introductory to the new audience. Cool. Because like my old audience, I know that they've already heard about my best friend being killed, and because I did a track a long time ago called Dear Russ. And
talking about
talking about it and stuff like that. But going into this, you know, Float On, and I had to show the lyricalness. That's why, you know, can't pay when the masses baiting to catch me a master waiting. I'm seeing the masses placement. You know,
it's we got this other joint here since we're talking about, you know, you're a marijuana advocate.
Yeah.
This song is mad dope. I'm not sure who produced it.
Which one?
The Holy Water.
Oh, Holy, yo, that's actually, what's real talk? That's actually the game, Holy Water.
Okay.
I was just on YouTube looking for instrumentals, freestyling. So, yo, my routine at the crib, I just smoke and I rap. That's all I do. Same shit I did back then, like when I said I was practicing, that's how I still practice at the crib. I smoke and I rap, and I was on a snap one time, and I snapped myself to that track, to his beat.
While you was listening to it?
Yeah, okay. and I said some stupid shit. I said I'm fapping off rapidly in the back of an Applebee's as you're reading your Maccabees in this booth that's in back of me. And I thought it was hilarious because I'm talking about jerking off while you're reading the Lost Book of the Bible and an Applebee's. You know what I mean? Like I thought it was speaking of, you know what I mean? See? They go to links, bro. I told you. They go to links,
God,
bro.
Horrible.
I told
Blasphemous,
you.
brother.
I told you my life, yo. Everything I do in my life, son. Everywhere I go.
The camera caught that.
Yo, they got the Jesus on the wall over there.
Oh my God.
I told you, bro. Everything in my life, son, is something's connected with what I've done or how I'm gonna do it. It's weird.
But let's get into it. So it's
man.
The game's beat.
The game's beat. I was like, fuck it. I wanted to continue writing. So I was like,
it your own. You made it your own.
And the reason why I tell y'all I'm crazy is how else am I gonna follow up jerking off with while you reading the Bible book? Like,
let's do it. Holy Bong Water.
Yeah, yo,
by Bjorn Majestik.
You gonna have fun editing this shit.
Shout out to the game. Bjorn Majestik.
Fapping off rapidly in the back of an Applebee's as you're reading your Maccabees in this booth that's in back of me, jacking until I'm black and beat. Yeah, I'm crazy. Don't give a fuck neither. That's why I blaze you. You cannot faze me. I'm an alien in pure form, souls abnormal. Steps are never lukewarm, inciting riots. Summon souls and conjure those from an afterlife, looking for mañana. Call me Bonstradamus, my bars are brutal and honest. When speaking about my future, I'm fucking up more than commas. All I really want is peace, money, and marijuana. Why the fuck can't I just have that for one day and not the drama? It's the reason you see me in season, ready for beating. Buzz out my brain like a blacksmith when he is tweaking. I'm an Ecuadorican, I keep my pen sharp, head hot, serving strokes of death in the dead pool with a dead shot. Look at how your man's got. He acting scared cause he know you about to fuck with with an MC that doesn't care. I ain't rockin' flair. I'm Rick Grimes on a bender. Savage on that just like my munchies and chicken tenders. Never catch me in suspenders, suspended like a clown. Any circus contorting my dermis, Caesar in his crown. Believe me, I'm down to keep recording to the death of me. So when I die, you finally listen and realize what this meant to me. Study all my failures, your diplomas, my potential. Smoke a stack of loud like Taz's angels say essentials. Tell the Mary that I sent you. She'll bless you with a G. Take 3 more, smoke an 8 of your destiny. Come around and fuck with me. If you wanna see fly, call me Seafood Born when I teach you how to be high. Fuck owning me a G5. I'd rather have a greenhouse so I can grow some buds to make you puff your fucking jeans out. Oh, that boy got mean mouth, smoking on my green routes. Need some more weed and right here what my vivid dreams about. Yeah, I keep my weed out, signal in the clouds. Bruce Wayne, Kush train, I stay batting with the loud. Batting with the loud, batting, batting with the loud. Batting with the loud, batting, batting with the loud. Batting with the loud, batting, batting with the loud. Batting with the loud, batting, batting with the loud. Loud. Batting with the loud. When you see a motherfucker walking with a fat ass joint, always ready to smoke, he ready to bat, yo.
That's what it is?
That's what I say it is.
With the loud,
that's what I say it is. That's what I mean by it.
That shit is hot. That shit is hot.
Nah, definitely,
Holy bong water.
Hell yeah.
People can find that on your SoundCloud page.
SoundCloud.com/Bjorn Majestik.
Okay.
That's BJORN. BJORN MAJESTIK.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You know how us rappers do. We always gotta hit you with the mispronunciation of a correctly spelled word and a misspelling of a correctly said word.
Exactly. It is Friday night. You all headed to Legendary Cyphers
tonight we got the cypher,
We're going to do the pre-cypher right now.
No doubt, of course, man.
Freestyle Drive, all right?
Of course, bro, of course.
You ready to get this freestyle
I'm always
session
ready, man.
started?
Let's do it, yo.
All right, let's do it.
I'm
going to switch up the beats and stuff, you know, but whatever.
Nah, yo, you switch them up, bro.
Yeah, cool.
It's all good. Oh, he had to hit me with Triumph first.
Lebanese Ether.
Yeah.
Freestyle Drive.
Bjorn Majestik, what up? We live and direct.
Episode 7.
Yes, y'all. Catch me on the gram, yo. Bjorn Majestik. SoundCloud, all that good shit.
Bjorn Majestik.
Let's see what we do, man. Real quick, yo. Fuck atomically, I'm coming at you, an astronomist. Matter of fact, astronomy wouldn't matter, I'm onto this. Every time like rocket ships come across rocketing. Cross skies, have them fucking around when I'm pocketing. Dreams on my ego, wouldn't matter, you ego. Matter of fact, you're like a Lego talking about your ego. Trying to build on me, don't even try to star me. To try to come at me like you really trying to just stall me. You like an army, nah son, you just a one purse. Matter of fact, a one person, spitting at your one verse. Trying to act like one thirst is really gonna get you. But then again, you come across me, watch how I will step you in the right direction. That's lesser than even me, cause I don't give a fuck. You competition when I'm coming to free. I'm coming to beat like you my meat and I am blasting. Get it? You pausing, I'm fucking around and laughing. Don't care, talking that shit that's all snared. I put you on some other bullshit to have you stared. You probably thinking to yourself like, goddamn, what is he saying? But I'm so complex that in my mind I start raising bonds like the Amish. Mess around, I'm honest. It wouldn't matter, watch the interview and I am on it. Like I said before, I keep it gully to the core. Doesn't matter what I say, I keep it 100% raw. Woo! Like shorty walking by with a tired in the face. That's exactly how I am when I'm tired in the place and I'm feeling like I'm exhausted. Wouldn't matter if I lost it. That's why I'm blazing so I can catch it and then force it back into the right way. Mess around the right day. Gonna come across me when I see it on the right date. Doesn't matter. Yeah, that's right, coming to splatter. I heard that my nut be smelling like bacon batter. Ha! I'm just joking. Doesn't matter, treat life like masturbation and start stroking. Love talking about it, cause why the fuck not? Everybody's scared of themselves like they scared of the pot, scared of the box. Wouldn't matter, you scared of the lock. Trying to be caught in positions where you scared from the shock. Like, oh my god, they might think that I am odd and not understand that in this life these are my cards. Fuck it, I am dealing. No, I'm never squealing. You can talk to the coppers, they start squealing, yo, I'm peeling. Off into the next place, fuck around the next race. It's me looking for that top spot, the next face. See how I stumbled, see how I stuttered, my voice kinda gasped, looking for the saliva like butter to keep it moving like the oil. Plans is never foiled, it wouldn't matter what I'm saying, I'm coming across the toil. All your fucking people, fuck around, I'm equal to everyone Majestik. Talking that shit, doesn't matter, I see you.
Lebanese Ether.
Flipping up the flow, yes you know the go. Pro be me on the side cause I love the show. And if you ain't understanding, it means I'm always catching scenery off that greenery, yo, the plans are hatching. I'm with my peoples all the time in all the lower Hatton. I meant the same man, but then again, Union Square is clapping and rapping. It wouldn't matter, snapping is me. Don't give a fuck what they say. And I'm chilling with Lebanese Ether. Yeah, that's right, coming to see ya.
Yeah.
We rolling around through the BX. Yo, where's the ether? So I can smoke it, provoking thoughts of misconception. Because I'm seeing people coming through missing their lessons, and I don't get it. The education on the block is you rather smoke that K2 than get yourself a sock or some real green and have you bugging, letting real steam off. Instead, you looking like zombies in bad dreams, nightmares. Night don't care, the cops don't care. They come across, lock you in, their life ain't fair. But then again, what am I saying? Let me catch it. Gotta come across these cats showing I'm rapid. Wouldn't matter if I'm rapping. Sometimes when I'm at this, but I'm never dog that's lapping. Don't give a fuck when I'm slapping across their face. I'm hearing pianos not taking waste. I'm thinking myself in a concert hall bugging because I make the time. Oh shit, losing my rhyme. Nah, it's more like losing my mind when these voices they intertwine. Seeing just how combined. Oh shit.
Switching it up.
Alright, cool.
That was enough of that. Bjorn Majestik.
Nah, no bad, son.
Yeah. Freestyle Drive.
Yo.
Episode 7.
6:33 in the evening.
Hosted by Lebanese Ether.
Word up, yo. Shout out, yo. For real. Come across, wouldn't matter if I'm never lost. It doesn't matter what they say, yo, I sever y'all with a sword that's coming straight from the tongue. You fuck around, you're the ladder, but the bottom rung. I don't care. What are you saying when I'm stepping over your head as a weapon? The lethal weapon, don't give a fuck. Oh shit, rewind it. Men to say I'm the weapon when coming across and blinding. Everybody with the spit like reptile. My Mortal Kombat wild. Don't give a fuck, I'm child. This in my nature, but still if I hate you, you better believe I'm like a monster, ready to take you down to the depths of the ocean. When I'm hosting, all emotion, best to believe I'm still coasting. That's why I'm blowing down the loud, yo, I'm stacking. Fucking around, chilling in the BX in Manhattan. Yeah, chilling in the Brook and also Staten. Don't really go to Long Island that much, but still I'm clapping for my fam. Matter of fact, you'll get it with a man with his wife chilling right there, holding hand in hand. Now I'm looking across, I see the lights flashing. Who the cops pulling over? Yo, they not laughing. I see how they clapping. Shorty got the gun on side. It's looking like a taser, but then again, yo, I hide. Nah, get this shit covered up on the tape. They pulling money over, I'm seeing just how the Jake is harassing cause he black. Take him out of the cab. Don't understand what's going on, this world ain't fab. You listen, but then again, I'm seeing how it fab. You listen every time we lying, whenever the fab. Your list is in your fucking Instagram. I meant the fab that you're listing when you're saying, yo, you follow fam, that's Kardashian. Wouldn't matter, fuck around, I'm lasting in every damn position that I'm in because I'm grabbing them. And I'm thinking to myself, what is platinum when I don't know the value of wood when I'm hacking them? Meant to say when I'm hacking them.
Yeah.
Oh,
Represent.
shit.
He was representing the 5 boroughs.
Oh shit, here we go, yo. Yeah, I love this. I talked about how I was younger with the hunger, bugging all the time because the spells that I was under, practicing in the crib because my cousin outed me, said you had to rap on a train, that's how my style be. Now whenever I want to spit it, I gotta make sure I come through. Fuck it, even if I gotta take y'all through the manure, cause I'm proving I'm the shit. Look at the vieja walking with that blue dress and it's fit. I bet she's feeling good and she's feeling like she can relax. She better feel like a queen cause I'm seeing how she packed it all. The crown on top of her head flowing. I love my women when they represent themselves glowing, never hoeing. I'd rather come through when I'm showing respect and I'm holding a door. Make sure that you knowing this in your mind. And when I raise my next seed, I'ma make sure they not blind and make sure they don't bleed for anyone that don't deserve the cause. Cause I'm looking how the world is a stage, but where's applause? It's not happening from this guy right here. Cause I'm seeing behind the scenes all you do is promote fear like Donald Trump or Punk. That's why his statue is in the park and everybody laughing at you. Cause your little dick is out and you got a fucking small hand. You talking all that bullshit, my man, you got the wrong plan. You talking about walls, but still who you covering? You the type of motherfucker that really need to be smothered in with a pillow. Short like Willow, dick motherfucker, talk shit, don't give a fuck, still yo, ass gonna get clapped. Matter of fact, get that. Presidential office, you be the next sucker with the bat. Matter of fact, a bullet straight to the brain and nobody will give a fuck because my man, you are insane. And trust me, yo, I know this, cause trust me, I am crazy. I said it in the interview before and even my lady is scared all the time whenever I'm by myself. myself. Don't put me around knives cause it's bad for my health. Or even ran in front of trains when I think of my stealth. Matter of fact, let me chill, cause I gotta appreciate my wealth, my self-pleasure. I matter of fact to say my self-measure, but you damn right I love to self-pleasure.
I hope you don't mind me playing this next beat.
Nah, go ahead, man, do good, good. Oh shit, what's this?
Jadakiss. Jason.
Right. Oh shit,
Jason.
Yes. Oh shit.
It's only appropriate.
No doubt, oh shit.
Lebanese Ether.
Yeah.
Freestyle Drive.
Freestyle Drive.
And my brother Bjorn Majestik.
That's right, yo, we kicking it, keeping it real, keeping it funky. I'm bugged out right now, bugged out like a capped up monkey. I meant to say trap, I'm more like gorillas, luck in the miss. Matter of fact, missing like missiles. Bugging doesn't matter what I say, I hit you like tissue. Soft at the beginning, but when I'm wiping shit, I hit you. Straight in the ass, if you ain't getting this concept, it means that when I come around, I'm ready to con vets. Into thinking that they convicts, not knowing they con yet. When I come across, best believe you knowing the concept is me when I'm talking that shit and they blind now. Don't give a fuck, cause I hit it with words like hi now. What do you mean high now? It means I'm now high, I'm speaking in reverse. Doesn't matter, I know I'm a fly guy, cause I'm a guy that flies in the clouds at night. I never tell lies unless I gotta get out of a fight. Cause I ain't gonna lie, you can beat my ass, but I ain't going for that bullshit when you dragging me on grass unless we're smoking. I'd rather chill with the jokes, kid. Bugged out right now, my mind's lost in the motion. About to go to the studio, I meant to shoot. Support my brother Majesty, make sure that we boot the whole system over with the new music popping. Wouldn't matter, we ill like B-boys popping and locking. Always gotten the attention, Bjorn Majestik I mentioned. Let me get back, I had to pick it up. My mind is bending, but then again sending all messages. My name is Jason, I'm chasing a better dream in this world, so I started racing. All past, my life has really been all glass. I could shatter it with one touch, then have again all past. Everything cause I've been always with the luck. I used to hang off of roofs 36 stories high and fuck myself over, hoping that maybe I would lose grip, fuck around and just slip, then again lose switch. Matter of fact, turn it off, but then again lose this emotion, cause I'd rather live now knowing I lose fists when I'm thinking to myself, oh shit. I love how you switch it up on me. I'm like, huh? Just what I'm getting.
Just when you about to get into it.
Yeah,
just keep going, keep going, feel comfortable.
Nah, of course. Sipping on that Dr. Pepper. Sipping on that Dr. Pepper without the liquor. When I was drinking, I was sicker. I was that motherfucker, you be like, damn, nigga. How you drinking till you blacking? Yeah, that's why you passing. Out looking like you pissing on yourself and laughing. Your wife is mad, thinking to herself how crazy you kinda bugged out, and for her to be your lady. How is it you in the crib yelling, your life is bad? You trying to act like everything good, trying to be your dad, but then your daughter hates you. And her mother's a bitch. And everybody's talking shit because they all done switched on they moles and don't wanna help you see her, don't wanna help you be in her life. Now she is a lead, meaning that she's dead to you because she ain't been around. She don't want nothing to do with you. So therefore she contaminated your sound and had you down in your depression in your bunker. Now you looking like a hunk of shit, feeling like a lunker. When you're walking, you are drunk, bruh. It's the reason why you're drinking. That's the reason why you're sinking. That's the reason why I'm bringing these devils like rebels, bringing revolution to your peace. Don't give a fuck what you're doing. Understand you got to cease, but to exist now, it's more like cease from the problem. That's the reason I put down the bottle and the weed. When I got them, I had to start blazing it. Wouldn't it matter if I'm raising it? More blunts than hell when coming across, and I'm playing it always, and I'm happy. Waving my green flag. That's the reason why it's tatted on my arm. No brag.
Wow. Since you're talking about Biggie.
Oh shit.
Since you're talking about Biggie,
no doubt.
All the Biggie links.
No doubt. Oh shit.
Bjorn Majestik.
Wow.
Yeah.
Biggie. Oh shit, yo, shout out to Big, man.
No doubt.
Oh my god.
Fuck that dude who fucked up his rhyme at the hip hop honors.
Fucking up the rhyme, never be me. If I could dedicate a verse to Biggie, trust it be a free, and I'd probably go off top like remembering BK when you had everybody bugging out on each damn day.
Yeah.
You see me, I was in high school, humanities, when the first album dropped. Can't front, yo, the insanity of knowing somebody from Brooklyn had the flow, kid. Something new had us going bugging like we ghosting, meaning how they ghost in the whip out in Cali. But before then, we was just walking, not knowing valleys would be me getting touched by the lyrical thrust of somebody who came across not giving a fuck. Had the storytelling, had my mind story selling, cause I can't front, I probably tell a lot of stories when dwelling. That's all cause of Big, cause I was really influenced. I didn't cry when he died cause I was really fucking pissed, cause that whole East Coast, West Coast shit took a legend in the making and then did this to the whole community. Took us had all shit, I meant to say took us sad and made me do sit, even though I was in the back reaching for more. Wouldn't matter what I do, yo, I felt like the sore. I meant to say the score would be settled one day. That's the reason I still rhyme and I rep it for BK and Manhattan too, and Uptown Harlem. Wouldn't matter, understand, yo, the crew always got the reckless. Wouldn't matter, I sell shit. Oh shit, what am I saying? Yo, my man, end this, chill. Nah, I ain't mean you. I'm talking about the way my mind is working, cause I'm like glue that's left out in the sun and it ain't really working long. It's trying to get the grip, but it's kind of slipping. Understand the wrong things happen, so I gotta switch my pattern. That's the whole practice going on, knowing I'm at them, meaning that I'm mad at them atoms not forming right in my brain, not knowing exactly what's going on when I write in these brains when I write. But it ain't mean, I mean what I'm saying. There's a little kid in my brain that likes to write, and it has me freestyling like he's in his desk all night with a legal pad, making up words, not ready to fight anything, cause he'd rather come across with a pen and pad. But since I don't do that, he just speaks to me like I'm his dad, or vice versa, and tells me exactly what to say. That's the reason I be freestyling. What up, my name is Jay, Bjorn Majestik, but I don't mention it cause my J's I be smoking in silence. I'm never violent, but around the way, cats know that I'll flip it and I'll snap it any second. If you talking that bullshit, best believe I'm catching wreck with it. Wouldn't matter, I'm never second it. Matter of fact, I'm first when I'm bursting on the scene. You just repetitive.
Wow.
I had to catch it back, man.
Yeah.
My bad for fucking that up in the beginning. I was like,
my bad for switching up the beat.
Nah, it's cool, man.
My bad.
Nah, Bree, that's not your fault. I'm the one supposed to be on it.
We about to get us some trap though. Y'all gonna hear some Bjorn Majestik with some trap shit.
Oh shit, he really tested me.
He got Eskimo shit.
He really tested me.
Bjorn Majestik.
That's how you do
Freestyle
though.
Drive.
Dead ass. Can't be an MC and be scared of beats, yo.
Episode 7.
Episode 7, I'm a classic. Fuck around, wouldn't matter, life, you know, dramatic. Yeah, I'm getting at this. Best believe I slap it. All together, fuck around, raw, never backwards. I don't care, mess around. Yeah, that's right. All the time, run around on my bike. Yeah, I know I said running, but my pedal be gunning. All the time when I be doing this, cats is like big punners alive when I'm in the cypher. I be like, chill, don't give me that legend legacy, I'm more hyper. Not saying I'm better, I'm just a different person. I ain't putting myself in no competition, knowing I'm hearsing in the future. Meaning I do this till the death of me. Fuck around, yo, the breath of me, lasting until the end of me. I love spitting, never spitting the written. That's probably why when spitting my writtens, I fumble like kittens on their first walk. It wouldn't matter, yo, I first talk. Any tardy talking that shit, yo, the first talk. Meant to say, you talking it first, you best believe I come at you with a hammer ready to burst. And I ain't talking guns, I'm talking about that pen for fun, cause my words got more killer in them than all your nuns. Woo. Yeah, all you nuns, because you all nuns. Talking shit but ain't never do shit, so you all nuns. Yeah, I like this, yo. This shit is dope right here.
Speaking of big puns.
Here
we in the BX.
We in the BX, okay. Oh, classic. Yeah, I remember when this shit came out, bro.
Bjorn Majestik was blasting this on the F train.
Yo, blasting on the F train, mess around the left stains, all across Manhattan when I come around the left brains, all leaking. The fact that my mind's speaking, bugged out, shorty looking at me like yo, the Rican is spitting in the car. Cameras is watching, wouldn't matter, understand. Brain starts hatching, meant to say hatchet, I'm catching. Rex said it before, this is the second time. Matter of fact, said it, back to the past, back to the present. I don't know which way to go, but fuck it, yo, it is my essence. Leaving evidence of my better meant when I'm coming through bugging all the time. Whenever I'm sent to be the illest, wouldn't matter if I spill it. Lyrics all the time, when coming across I kill it. There go to Ultima, Nissan status, I still got my Metrocon. Nissan baddest all the time, wouldn't matter, seeing I'm at this. We stuck in the traffic right now, but fuck it, dramatic, nah, chill. Those are two simple words, I'd rather change up the scheme, have you feeling like them birds, like yo, Lebanese, how you interviewing? This motherfucker over here, understand he done ruined. Have to interview by rambling like a long fuck, mad long-winded. Chill, son of Mac truck. What? I had to, because in myself, I meant to say I had to distract myself from myself, because I'm kind of talking in the third person. Now he want to be talking to why this nigga here serving up another memory, trying to act another rap, trying to act like he really rapping when he know he whack. Come on, Jay, you gotta stop being born. Why you on this fucking show when you know your ass is warm?
Yeah.
Luke kinda maybe, but then again crazy. You can't really rap, you just act like a bad lady. What you mean? Hold up, excuse me for interrupting. What you mean I act like a lady when I'm thrusting? All bars from my head, cause I'm not scared to show emotion, cause I make sure what I do, I start hosting everything out there, cause the world is a stage, and I'ma be that motherfucker like Shakespeare in a maze. Yo, really, you amazing? How? Cause you talking about you was an Israelite back in the day? Wow, please. You ain't the first with a bad life, and you not the first with a bad life to really come through and right. What you mean right, son? We over here spitting the free. You know what I'm saying? You said I'm in the back of your mind with the legal pad. Am I the one that's like your dad? Oh, you're the voice that's speaking to me all the time acting bad. I get it. You want to set it off, but you more like Queen Latifah when she got set it on. Don't give a fuck. It's time for me to start blasting. I'm going to put you back in the bag. Please stop harassing. Let me get back to the session. My bad, it's cause my voices in my head always got me a lesson to teach me. Not trying to really reach me. They just trying to fuck me so they could really just try to beseech me. I meant to say get beneath my own skin beneath my own skin. I'm a prison living in another cell. Get it, the skin cells, cause the cell is where I'm living, so the hell is where I dwell when I put it in my brain. Depression is a stain, that's the reason why I smoke, cause I can really just maintain. Get all my orders, get all my thoughts in orders. What I meant to say, but then again, get me some water. I'm kinda thirsty, so I'm drinking Dr. Pepper once again, but covering the logo. Fuck them, they ain't getting none of my fucking support, cause they ain't paying me. I'm chilling with Lebanese Ether, keeping it free.
They ain't paying me.
Yeah, that's dope, bro.
Oh, you down for more?
Yo, I do one more, bro. What's good? How many was that so far?
A lot.
Alright, cool.
A lot.
Does everybody else, I'm trying to remember if everybody else spits this much. I'm trying to spit as more. I'm trying to get as many as possible.
Let's do it. I appreciate it, man.
I love rap. Yo, you know what? I'm going to try to flip it, though, because I be like, I don't want to fall into the same pattern. Love Red Man, Muddy Waters, Can't Front. All the time, muddy water is what I used to see in my bathtub when I was washing. Now I'm walking around thinking I am locked in a different state cause everything's gentrified. Can't front, watching people just gentralize. Say to themselves that they discover shit that's been here all my life, but now they discover shit like the chopped cheese in Harlem. Next thing you know, they're gonna talk about buying Lucy's in the store and how you should approach. Like you motherfuckers is really trying to coach people in the hood on how to be hood. That means people from the hood are no longer in the hood, and everything that's up to no good ain't people from the hood. It's people that came to the hood, now they up to no good.
Watch them bring back the Nick bag.
And when they do, it's gonna be nothing but a piece of just shit rag. That's really getting sold. Then they're gonna be like,
yo, this is the highest green, it's really bold. When you smoke it, oh my God, it gets you lit. Trust me, Becky, come here, have a sip. Take a puff with me, have a toke.
Shut the fuck up. All you hipsters to me is a joke.
Yeah.
I ain't even talking about millennials, cause fuck it, we all different generations, but still, my generation, we fucked up cause we ain't teach y'all how to be. Nothing less than what you are, catastrophes. Cause you're walking around idle to the world, not giving a fuck when somebody's getting raped or getting hurt or getting alive, getting bashed. What the fuck's wrong with y'all? How is it you don't ask for anybody to grab their phone and call 911? Instead you yelling World Star like it is fun.
Yeah.
But that's not y'all fault, that's our fault for not telling y'all how to not act like stall. Children left in a fucking place to just have fun by their own, not knowing they placed to just only have fun on their own. That's the reason why when you walking, you always on your own, and your phone in your eyes is glued to only the screen. When everything's passing you by just like a dream. They be like, yo, check how that face look, but you be too busy like, yo, check in my Facebook. That can't front, I'm the same. I got my own FOMO, fear of missing out, it's lame. And that shit is true. I know they probably made it up in a commercial, but the shit is true. Cause I be in the crib like, goddamn, I ain't got the right clothes, how the fuck I'm the man? I could go to a site to prove I got the skill, but everybody looking at you if we ain't looking apart how we build. And that's the problem with the world. They'd rather go for the look over the pearl that you're delivering. When we come through and we're shivered in from the cold, going through everything and delivering, paying dues, making sure that we're living in a place where we can give you something for what we're living in. But you stay ignoring Because if we ain't got the proper gear, you stay walking. And that's the reason why I stay stalking everybody on social media, and I stay locked in to what you're doing, and trust me, I show respect. But I can't front. This whole world ready to eject. I'm ready for a reset.
Bjorn Majestik. Thank you, my brother. Appreciate
No doubt,
it, man.
man.
Killed the
No
freestyle,
doubt,
bro.
I tried,
You kept
man.
on going and going. I know you was an artist I could do that with. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
By seeing you at the Legendary Cyphers. I'm sure I could throw on 5 more beats and you would still go on. But I know you got to save some for the Cypher tonight. I can't be greedy. I can't be greedy.
No doubt.
Yeah,
No
man,
doubt.
where can people check you out though online?
Yo, man. Yo, you can always, best place to find me, honestly, I'm a social media app junkie, I really am. But
I love the new hilarious video you're doing on Instagram.
Oh yeah, yo, I ain't gonna front, love my gram.
Oh my God, that
just follow me on the gram.
Bjorn Majestik
yo,
on
just
the
on the
gram?
gram, yo. I'm always on the gram. You know what I'm saying? I got a Twitter, but I don't really be on it like that. You know what I mean? But you really want to interact with me, follow me on the gram or follow me on Snapchat.
Okay.
Because I feel like, you know, I like interacting with people. You know what I mean? Like just posting something and people reading it. I'm not really happy with that. I'd rather just fuck with people and have fun with y'all. So, yo, if y'all anybody got PlayStation 4, you want to holler, you got Division, you want to play, hit me up, same name.
Bjorn
You know what I
Majestik.
mean? Bjorn Majestik, man.
BJORN
MAJESTIK. Find me on the SoundCloud. I'm working on that Born Again Stoner album.
Nice.
I got a couple joints that's produced by my brother EQ Knock. I got joints that's produced by Eli Black.
Yeah.
I'm working on something. Hopefully, I'm not gonna say it's for the album yet, even though I'm pretty sure he won't have a problem with it. But I'm definitely working on. I'm writing some stuff to a couple beats that I got sent to me by the homie Too Deep from Two Hungry Brothers.
Oh.
So I'm definitely working on music, y'all.
Cool.
The depression is real. If you know anybody that's suffering from depression, yo, do yourself a favor. Talk to that person, man. Reach out, like, yo, like, not for nothing. You know, I might not reach out to a lot of people, but it's because I'm always in my bag. So sometimes you gotta just ask yourself, like, you know what? When this person's all around, they always showing you that love. And when they're not around, if they're not, why don't you reach out to that person to find out what's going on? Because sometimes, you know, when we show love to our people, it's because that's the only time we're allowed to show love. You know, we feel we can. You know what I mean? So depression is real, y'all. Reach out to anybody you know that got an issue. Be there for your family, your friends. You know what I'm saying? This music shit is dope, but being an artist is real. You know what I mean? Like, if you really gonna be a fan of somebody, be a fan of their work, follow them through, understand everything they do. There's a reason behind it.
Thank you, man. No, thank you for, you know,
doubt.
speaking about your past and
Nah,
opening
of course,
up.
bro,
It's a lot of personal stuff. But
nah, yo, that's
I
me,
really
you know what I'm saying?
appreciate you
Definitely.
speaking up and everything, and hopefully that reaches somebody who's going through it as well.
Word, you know?
You can also check out Bjorn Majestik at Legendary Cyphers.
Legendary Cyphers every Friday night.
8 p.m. to midnight.
Yo.
If you in New York City, you gotta attend. You come
Yo, we out
visiting,
there.
you gotta come through.
For real, we out there from May to November.
It's an experience.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta come out every Friday, don't worry about it. We're gonna let you rock. If you got rants, drop the rants. If you wanna practice your freestyle and do that. If you just wanna come and showboat, you can do that too. Just don't be an asshole about it.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? We always got one main rule at the Cypher. Don't ever look at the camera. You know, because the Cypher's not about popularity, it's about bonding, about building.
It's not about
you. Know
you.
what I'm saying? Where it's not about you. You know
It's
what
about
I'm
that
saying?
culture we love. Go
Word.
hip hop.
You know what I mean?
Bjorn Majestik, appreciate it,
Yo,
brother.
and the half hour show, real quick, my bad, bro.
Yeah, now let's do it.
Yo, the half hour show is a channel I'm working on. Been working on since last year. It's been on hiatus with some of the work right now, but I'm working on some interviews to get that popping.
Cool.
So follow me also on the YouTube, the half hour show. That's HAF, stands for high as fuck. You know what I mean? So if you blaze and you down with it, we can get together and chill, man. I'll come check you. We put it on the tube, yo.
Let's do it. Half hour
Yo,
show.
Lebanese, thank you so much,
Thank
bro.
you, brother.
I really
Appreciate it.
appreciate this opportunity,
Of
bro.
course,
Freestyle Drive is dope. I wish you all the best, man.
Thank you so much.
Definitely, man.
Peace.
I'm crazy.